Warning, I'm about to show you a visual clip of me visually having reacted to the end of this episode, and then I'm gonna go straight into the podcast, okay? Everything's great. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello everybody, I'm sorry if this video is being uploaded a little bit late. There's just some things going on, and yeah. So hey, hopefully I do manage to get it out on time though, and then that'll make me look really good. But anyway. Welcome back to another episode of WandaVision. So this is episode 5. It makes me wonder, it makes me wonder, is episode 5? Sorry, this is so awkward, the headset. Okay, it makes me wonder, is episode 5 going to be on the same ground of episode 1, 2, and 3? Because it just felt so weird, like tonal whiplash, It was like they play 3 episodes of, okay, we're doing a decade an episode, and just doing a regular sitcom thing where things are getting a little bit flashy, whatever. And then they suddenly do episode 4 where things change. And I was feeling a little bit disappointed. I was like, oh, I don't want to go back to this. But at the same time, I kind of understand why they decided to do it there because it was like just showing what happened in the real world while the first 3 episodes were happening. And then episode 5 comes by, and I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know what it's gonna continue. I hope it does go back to Wanda and Vision. I hope it's not like just more of episode 4. Although if it was, then I don't really understand what it would be. It would just be them watching episodes 4, 5, and 6 from their own perspective. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of real world outside of the real world or whatever. But anyway, I have a few things written down because I was just wondering, we saw Vision, the way that Vision looks, with the way that he smiles at Wanda, but he's kind of conflicted. He's thinking is something wrong? And then he just smiles because he's just like, oh, whatever, I'm just glad to be here or whatever. But secretly deep down, I think he does. Because it's just, and yeah, I think I'm doing sledding today or whatever, which is very nice. Oh, this is just, a stupid thing, is I'm thinking we're at February, which was the last month standing to not be contaminated by the pandemic. Here we are. Um, yeah, it's going to be sad on March 11th because that'll mark the 1-year anniversary. But where's the thing about WandaVision? Okay, right. So I was asking, is Wanda's barrier going to be expanding? I'm wondering, how is the show going to be ending? Because I feel like it's going to end on some sort of big scale. I feel like it's almost inevitable that, maybe this will happen in the finale, or maybe this will happen in episode 6, or maybe even this episode. Wanda's going to try and expand her barrier of her city to the entire world. She's gonna try and trap the entire world inside of her dream thing. And that just makes me wonder, maybe it started out very small. Maybe it only started with herself and then she expanded it more and more until she managed to get an entire town and whatever. Oh yeah, I saw maybe it gets bigger every time someone new enters. Maybe when Monica got pulled in, because you notice how the cop, he wasn't standing right next to the barrier when Monica got pulled in. He was standing a little whiles away. So maybe when Monica got pulled in, the barrier expanded a bit more, and the cop just didn't realize. Maybe he would have gotten pulled in too. It's just more and more people would get pulled in, and it'll expand even more. And remember there were 2 cops standing there who had no clue what Westview was, and then they just got in the cop car and left before Monica got pulled in. So maybe if Monica got pulled in and the cops were still there, then the barrier would have pulled them in too, and then they would have also pulled in the Asian cop. I don't really know how else to describe him, I'm sorry. But And I was wondering, like, what if someone does manage to leave? Like, when someone leaves the barrier, do they go back to their regular state? And I actually wonder, like, if Vision left, would he go back to being dead? Like I was watching the show with some people who hadn't even seen Avengers Infinity War, and I had to like, they're just like, so is Wanda making this because she's grieving Quicksilver? And I was like, no, I don't think so. I think it's Vision. And then I had to explain how, like, Vision with his broken head and all gray and dead. I mean, like, granted, he was a lot more gray at first in Infinity War when he died, but I mentioned, like, that's what he looked like when we last saw him. And they have to get Wanda out of the city to set the barrier and everything in it free, is my final theory that I came up with. So yeah. All right. And I might be playing Among Us tonight, but if the sliding thing still goes on, then probably not. It is snowing outside. It looks pretty nice. I'll see if I can get a clip of it. Hang on. Look, see, it looks so nice. How is it that all these snowflakes are not identical? Don't you think so, Smiggy? Don't you think so? Anyway, so I haven't seen what episode 5 is called or anything like that. Let's scroll down and see it. It is called. Okay, the dot 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 made me wonder if there was more to the title and I just couldn't see it. But no, it seems to be called On a Very Special Episode. Dot dot dot. Like episode 4 wasn't a special episode, was that? Okay, the thumbnail makes it look like it's Full House, and it actually looks like Wanda is like has her hairstyle like Stephanie or the Olsen twins. Like I wonder if we're gonna get like a sort of reference to that, or maybe it's gonna play some sort of huge thing. But maybe the Olsen twins are actually gonna appear in this episode, and it'll be a huge FU to Fuller House that kept begging for them to come on. It makes me wonder, like, if the Olsen twins did come back on Fuller House, it would have been so weird because they would have to go back to altering between scenes. One of them plays Michelle was her name, one scene, and then they have to switch actresses. But then the synopsis is Wanda addresses Vision's worries when he grows suspicious of the neighbor's strange behavior. All right, yeah, I mean, like that's pretty much what I was hoping the episode would be about. So let me just make sure. All right, everyone. So if you have your own copy of this episode, put the time start to 0 and press play now. Disney Plus original. Yeah, we don't need a previously. Previously wasn't even about WandaVision. Look, it looks like it was made in like 2019, not 1980. Yeah, didn't Film Theory like just release an episode where it's like, why'd they introduce that white guy character if he wasn't important? So many of these scenes makes me wonder, like, wait, was that in the episode or was that cut or whatever? Just the visuals, pretty much. It's like The Good Place. I haven't seen the Blu-ray since like last year, but it just was so weird how they added in so many scenes. But they did take away a scene from the finale where Brent was all um, like when Brent was going through his test, originally it was going through a hallway and you could see some other people taking their test, but you could only barely see like one was on attempt 739, another was on attempt like 5 billion or whatever. Honestly, attempt 15,000 doesn't sound that bad. I was expecting more like trillions, but I think it's like kind of implying that Brent is still a long way from even making any progress on his test after 15,000 attempts, which, yep, is pretty bad. Stupid sitcom. It's a brilliant show disguised as a dopey sitcom. So only the people who actually like dopey sitcoms make it to the good stuff, and they're not even in the right mindset to process the good stuff. But whatever. Smudgy. Wait, I want to take a picture of. I want to. Sorry, I'm watching. Oh, hey, they have twins like the Olsen twins. Haha. Hey, Smudge. Smudgy, how you doing? Smudgy, turn over here. Yeah, I remember once when I was talking to my grandma over the phone. I was like very little, like not even 7 years old, I think. And I like went into a corner and I was like, just making sure you do like me. But there you are, Smudge. There you are. Yeah, Lion King. And I asked her, like, you do like me more than mom, right? And then my grandma, like, awkwardly said, well, I do like you both equally. And I remember once I asked my mom, like, you do like me more than dad, right? And then my mom, like, went over to me and this just kind of whispered, yes. I don't think it really mattered if my dad heard. I remember once they asked me, like, which parent do you like more? And I was like, I guess it is equal. Is Wanda literally trying to use her powers to mind control her babies and make them go to sleep? That just feels so wrong. Like the Umbrella Academy, I had to bail out after the first episode, or not even make it through the entire first episode, because as soon as that girl with the power to say, I heard a rumor that you did this, and then it essentially mind controls to do as much as kill your ally, it's like, what the frick? What did they just spit out? I've learned by now, I'm going to be missing stuff in this episode, and then I'm going to watch it again, and then I'm going to want to comment on a bunch of other stuff or whatever. Oh, what a coincidence. Help comes right when you say it. It's almost like a sitcom. Oh, and he just barely changed his face in time. Who rings the doorbell and then comes in after 1 second? Vision went over to the corner so that she wouldn't see the sparkliness as he changes his face. But why did the special effect look like the effect from the first episode, but in color? Whereas in episode 3, when he changed his face, it looked more high-tech special effects. It wasn't just a bunch of yellow stars. I have to go grocery shopping after this too. I don't have to, but you know, it's just something to do. Why doesn't she just kick her out? Oh, it's like a TV show. It's almost like we're actors in a TV show. And Vision doesn't know it. 'Cause he's dead. It's like so awkward to think about. I know that's such a sensitive topic, but you know, it's like, what would George Reeves think of the Superman curse? Well, we'll never know because he's the one who started it and he's dead, so whatever. It is weird how the Superman curse does seem to stay brutal, but it gets less and less severe every single time. Like George Reeves died, Christopher Reeve was paralyzed, and then Brandon Routh just had his career go downhill. So it's like it's getting less and less severe as time goes on. Has anything happened to Henry Cavill yet? Because he's next in line. It's like whatever. And what about the guy who played Superman in Lois and Clark or the animated show, or it's probably 50 animated shows, honestly. And what about the guy in the CW series? Or the CW multi-series, multiverse, omniverse, whatever. They haven't slept in days? Oh, that's why she was trying to make them go to sleep? They haven't slept in days? That is concerning. All that babies are supposed to do is poop and sleep. Oh, shoot. Why do they have clothes already? It's like makes me wonder, like, when a Time Lord regenerates into a female, do they automatically have makeup? Like, I feel like that could be like, not that all women wear makeup or whatever, or have to wear makeup, but it just makes me wonder, like, because Jodie Whittaker was wearing makeup in her first scene, and that makes me wonder, like, did the regeneration automatically give her makeup? It's like, hey, you get like one free, whatever, it's stupid. Okay, what is this? This is the theme song, but it doesn't look like Full House. That is a cool effect, though. I have no idea what this is referencing. That 80s show? What is this about? Oh, were those like genuine pictures of Elizabeth Olsen growing up? And then I assume that's him, but it's like made to look like Vision. Like they just added in the special effects. Poor Paul Bettany doesn't even get his genuine pictures in the picture. But he gets to dress up as the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and a pumpkin or whatever the first one is that I already forgot. Yeah, it's so weird in the clip of Fuller House where it's like during the theme song, it's like they were required to show three pictures over the process of them growing up. So like for DJ, it showed like her as a kid it's from season one, and then a teenager from season eight, and then what she looks like now. But then there were some that were just like kids, so it's just like shows a picture of the actor, I assume, when they were a baby, a toddler, and now on the show. And then one of them was a baby. So their three pictures were literally just three pictures of them being a baby. I guess like on different weeks or whatever. Like what the frick? This does not sound like a parody of Full House. I have no idea what it is referencing. I guess it isn't really Full House yet because they only have four people, but maybe they'll get more. I don't know. The way that she reacted to when she's like, "So where are the twins?" It's like, shouldn't you be a bit more concerned about that? I don't know. Okay, so we're like both. We're gonna be flashing between Wanda and Vision and here. This hopeless feeling. What is she talking about? When she was being blasted back or when she was already sucked in? Why does she sound so ticked off? I know them. I don't know. I personally like the idea of just suddenly waking up in a hospital bed having no idea how I got there. It's like, hey, I get to relax while other people get to tell me exactly what happened. Why do they have FBI shirts on? She's a big fan. I don't even know who this. It's so weird. I don't know what to think of this Darcy character. Because, like, she seems like a bit like she's definitely sassy, but also at the same time she's like like it sounds like I have a crush on her, but like I don't really know. I don't really know how to describe it. Okay, Wanda Maximoff is wait, did he just say she's the victimizer? Because yeah, Wanda's the one who's causing all this. You must feel stupid when you said who's doing this to you, Wanda, now. Oh, we're seeing like their history. It's so weird to see her before she got hit with the Mind Stone, because it's like then she wasn't Scarlet Witch, she was literally just Elizabeth Olsen. What is her actual name? Is her actual name Wanda Maximoff? Like her human name before she got superpowers? Because I don't think that she's ever been called Scarlet Witch. Maybe she will be eventually. Because like even in the Honest trailer for Avengers: Age of Ultron, it's like they were never called Vision, Scarlet Witch, or Quicksilver. But now it's like, okay, well, Vision's being called Vision. That's like his only name. So he's never called Vision in Age of Ultron. What the heck do they call him? I don't know what they call him. Maybe they just never really have an opportunity where they feel they have to refer to him by his name. I don't know. Yeah, man, mind control is like, in my opinion, using mind control is worse than killing someone because it's like you are killing them, but then you're forcing their body to do things that they might, that, well, since you're using mind control, that they wouldn't want to do regularly. It's like, like maybe you're doing it for their own good, but like maybe they were just stupid and you just needed them to be under mind control for a minute just to be smart for a second. But like, who the frick knows, man? I really hope Wanda becomes a villain. Film Theory was all like, Black Widow was their first major female character, and she's like the first one of them to die, and then Wanda becomes a villain. But yeah, but like, there's meaning to that. It's showing that females can be dangerous. Sorry, that sounded so wrong. And that's also like, it was originally Hawkeye that was supposed to die, but then the female writers said, no, let's make it Black Widow. Black Widow, don't take this moment from her. Because, like, it's so many times such a cliche in movies that men sacrifice themselves for women. It's like in the Titanic, women and children first. Why? Even in the Titanic, weren't there, like, women who didn't want to leave their husbands? the last survivor of the Titanic died in 2009, but she was only 2 months old when the Titanic sank, so it wasn't like she could remember anything. And 2009 was when my last biological great-grandparent died. Sorry, I don't mean to keep breathing into the microphone. I don't know what to do here, man. So this is episode 4 for them, right? This is the 80s now. It's like they deliberately casted bad children actors for this. Maybe they're actually brilliant actors, but then they told them deliberately, we need you to use your brilliant acting skills to act like bad child actors for the duration of this show. I'm glad because I was just thinking, like, why would she be so angry, you know? It's like Phineas and Ferb. It's like so awkward. It's like, yeah, okay, I get it. The mother would bust Phineas and Ferb because what they're doing is dangerous. But I would have preferred it if it was less of Candace trying to bust them to get them in trouble and more just to prove that she was telling the truth. But if the show focused more on that being her motive, it would have made her look less villainous and maybe made it be almost unbearable to watch Candace desperately try to prove to her mom that she's not crazy and constantly get disproven. And like in the episode She's the Mayor, she does bust them, but all that they did was build a western town. It's like that's not dangerous. And I know the idea is like then the mom knows that she was telling the truth all this time, so all the other inventions were true too. But like it sounds a bit far-fetched, you know? Like your teenage daughter's constantly telling you about crazy things that happen in the backyard, but they always magically disappear. And then the one time that it doesn't, it's a stupid western town. Like, I guess it just proves the capabilities, but still, she didn't actually know if Phineas and Ferb built it. Like, it's possible that Candace just built it and was trying to get Phineas and Ferb in trouble, like she always does. I don't know. It's weird. I guess it does. It does like make it seem easy. You know, all that Candace has to do is just show her mom the invention, then she instantly believes her. It's like there's the episode where they invented Ferb Latin, and it's like and it's like, but then like right, like there's nothing dangerous with that, and it's like there's nothing like even really spectacular about that. They just invented a language and it all caught on, and it's like and then of course right before she's about to bust them, everyone starts talking normally again, and it's like it's the final one she tries to get Phineas and Ferb to do it because they're the last ones who still speak the language, and then suddenly they start talking normal, and it's like so stupid because it's like even if it was just Phineas and Ferb talking their language, it's not like the mom would have been like, wait a minute, you invented a language? Wait, then that must mean that it was passed over to the entire world and I just missed it, or the entire city. And that must mean that all of your other inventions have been true because you guys have invented pig Latin but with fur. Okay. Okay, sorry. I know that I'm not talking about the show. So the kids are aging. Yeah, I get it. And she's here and she's not questioning anything. Is she. So she was the one who was like the housewife in the first episode, right? And then was she also the one from episode 3 who was like no home and then told Herb to shut up or whatever? Oh, geez, man, this episode was long. The episodes are like getting longer and longer. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that I got all this recording. Future me, I'm stopping now. Yeah, there was that line in episode 4 too, where they were all just like, "Why do we?" In episode, yeah, in episode, sorry, in episode 4 too, where they were talking about why do we still remember Westview? Is it because that we don't have a personal connection? And I get it, the mind control, the mind wiping thing just sees it as, oh well, these guys technically have memories that Westview exists, but they don't really care about it that much, so that let's just leave them alone. But it's like, you would think that it should be if you have a close personal connection to it, then you would remember it because it's that strong. It's like if you don't have a personal connection to it, it leaves you alone. But if you do have a close personal connection to it, then it just kind of wipes your memory and redesigns your entire life or whatever. Smudge is here. Sorry. No, Smudge is distracting me. Was the okay? No, Captain Marvel didn't come close. Captain Marvel did not come close. Captain Marvel did not come close. Wanda was the one who came close. I don't know. Everyone was talking about how Wanda apparently could have defeated Thanos if it wasn't for the distraction or whatever. I personally don't know what they're talking about, but whatever. But like I didn't really watch the scene. Like, what the frick happened? Wanda was gonna kill him, but then the spaceships landed and then that distracted them. Like, what the hell? So then Wanda didn't defeat him. She got distracted. Okay, Smedge, not right now. Okay, not right now. Sorry, sorry. It's awkward to try and make productive commentary. I don't know, whatever. Can we just like forget that Captain Marvel existed, or have her be played by anyone who isn't named Brie Larson? Or even better, like just find someone else called Brie Larson, but who isn't that Brie? I don't know. Wait, so you have to be covered in bulletproof vests when you go through the force field? Is that what they're talking about? Yeah, like the hexagon. It's like film theory said, like she's not so much throwing cars on top of your face, rather than she's creating a new reality where cars are now on top of your face. That would be the case if she literally teleported the car and your face to the ground. Like she teleported your face onto the ground and then teleported a car on top of it. But what about the process of her literally throwing the car? Like she's creating a new reality where now the car is in this frame of the air, and now it's in this frame of the air, and now it's on your face, and now it's slowly squishing your nose, now it's slowly squishing the rest of your face, and now it's on top of your squished face. It's like so stupid. So I have a timer that goes off every hour and I have to constantly restart it because I want to keep reminding myself that I have to leave for work at 3:30 and be there by 4 and work until 7. It's only a 3-hour shift, but whatever. I work almost every day pretty much, and sometimes I do work 8-hour shifts. What does that mean? You're the office funny guy. Could you be any more obvious? Okay. He was the G. Willikers guy. Yeah, Wanda is a villain. Frick sake. He had a sister and her mom's sick or dad's sick or whatever. Get him out of the reality, man. It's like Vision's the only one who's not being affected in this way because he was already dead. It's like Paul Bettany said in that interview, he exists for Wanda. That makes me wonder, like, if he exists for Wanda, is he going to take Wanda's side and hopefully in a big battle? I say hopefully because, it's a TV show. I feel kind of bad for Wanda because all that Wanda wants is to just kind of keep this reality going, even though she's running out of decades. What the hell? See, so now you just drop your story of it being Monday. Wanda, you keep on blowing it. She sounds like such a dope. So you're planning to get a divorce now. You're getting a temporary divorce. Okay, stop trying to make it an emotional Full House-like speech. See, this is so awkward. All that she wanted to do was just have a weird emotional speech and then roll credits, but instead they're like, "Do you have a brother?" Oh yeah, he's dead. Quicksilver barely got to be a part of the MCU. Everyone thought that the X-Men version would suck apparently, but apparently that one was great, even though I didn't even. Apparently he's the one who invented the whole slow down time or whatever before the Flash came or whatever, and then Superman broke that. Or it's so weird. So who's here? What's going on? They're sending in something that requires no change. Oh, it's tech from the 80s. Yeah, I was wondering, like, you have to set something in, make something colorful and wacky so that it doesn't need to be any change. Even though, it's not like Wanda's world is nothing but color and wacky. It's like it is kind of the real world in the 80s. I don't know. This must be so weird for Wanda. It's like things constantly get sent in, things constantly get sent in, and then she has to change them, and then suddenly it's like, hey, here's something that requires no change. We just want to talk, man. We're the military. Now her eyes are glowing red. She's gonna blow it up. Did she blow it up? I bet she blowed it up. She blew it up or whatever. What's happening now? It's like, Wanda, you gotta give it up. You gotta stop fighting for this false reality. What happens if they just drive in? Just like get your military tanks and just drive right into the force field. Why are you all standing there? It's just gonna come by and everyone's gonna die. Revolution, resolution of the Dalek style. Or it's gonna be nothing. Wait, that's a person. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. She can just leave the reality like that? Is that what she looked like when she went in for the first time? Like you got a whole bunch of like mega gun snipers. It's not gonna work against her, but it might work against the plane. But then you just blow up an already blown up thing, and then you might put others in danger. Like what the hell? Why does she have an accent again? You are bothering them. One of the people in your thing is like has a sick mom or yeah, exactly. Yeah, you are. She's still here. Like what the hell? Like even if she wasn't already part of the military beforehand, of course they would like listen to anyone who gets thrown out of your village. Yeah. Okay, so Wanda's definitely a villain, at least in this moment in time. Well, then give all the other people back. You and Vision, you and Dead Vision, get to stay in your town, and everyone else, hell no. No! Wanda! Wanda! What? If she actually got all those soldiers to kill that guy, what is happening? Is she strengthening her thing? I think there goes my theory that the barrier expands every time someone enters. I think she can just expand it or detract it on her own will. Oh, okay, this is a commercial. I thought those kids were like Wanda's kids, but no, I guess not. That looks so awkward because like you couldn't have gone for another take there. I guess not. And not just because it's the 60s and you literally can't, but just because it's the 80s and no one gives a crap because no one can rewind yet. Sorry, I think there was a joke in that final line, unless you didn't mean to, but I missed it. Sorry. I know I could rewind it, but then you guys would have to rewind it, and I don't know, whatever. It's okay. Future me, was that a joke, and did you get it? Put up a caption if you did. can't tell if they're genuinely bad child actors or if they're trying to be bad child actors. Oh my God, it's like in the Forest of the Night from Doctor Who. I got shot. He's dead? Sparky is dead already? Fix the dead. I mean, she did with Vision. Eh. Bring Quicksilver back. Wait, imagine if, like, if the children says, you can fix anything, Mom, fix the dead. It's not like you would actually respond and say, wait, you can do that? No, you think that the kids are just, like, the mom just said, like, hey, I can fix anything in passing, and then the kids took it to heart. Although she obviously does know on some level that this is a reality. Why does Wanda look so... Wanda has no idea what to do. See, Vision doesn't know what to do. Vision, go to the barrier and get out of here. Just get out of here, Vision. Not in a bad way. Like, you gotta be free, man. Even though you'd probably be dead as soon as you leave the barrier because Wanda changed her clothing or whatever. Where are we at? We were at 15 minutes before, now we're at half an hour. The credits normally take 6 minutes, maybe 8 minutes since this is such a long episode. So we got about 5 minutes left. I don't want the episode to end with Vision leaving the barrier and then we have to wait till episode 6 to see what happens. That would piss me off. And Wanda doesn't know what to do because she knows that she can't hold up this reality for too long. Vision is the last guy who she would send out of this reality because it's literally the whole point that she made this reality, I think, unless there's something else. Haha, Vision knows that you're a villain. 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 Yeah, Vision's gonna make sure this episode lasts another 5 minutes. This is so great. I love this. Vision! Vision, yes! Yes, Vision! Vision! I love this. I cannot describe how much I love this. This is great. This is great. This is great. Go Vision, go Vision, go Vision. Yes, Vision. Yes, Vision. You're the only one who can stand up to Wanda. You are the only one who Wanda will not throw out of Westview. It's all down to you, Vision. It's all down to you. Smudgy, I can't feed you right now. There's still 45 minutes till you're supposed to be fed. This is great. I love it. Hang on. Future me, I'm stopping now. I wish I could ask you to pause, you guys to pause so that I could just talk about this, but I just want to keep it going because I don't really know what to say other than I love it. You're essentially the god of this reality. You're the god of this town. That you don't have to make sure they get to dentist appointments on time. They don't even matter as long as they're not on screen to you. You can just leave them on pause. Who is this? I wonder how the people outside of Westview are reacting to this episode. Are they even seeing this, or did it leave as soon as Vision and Wanda left the room? Is that going to be the reveal at the end? Like, imagine Vision back in episode 2 where he's like, if it's that damn tree again, I'm going to be upset. I want to stop recording again and keep these recordings, make sure that they don't get corrupted. But I think if they do crash, then they save them anyway, and it's only been 1 minute. What? We don't get to see it? God damn it. Who entered Westview? What's going on? What's going on? No, don't make me wait till the next episode. Who is it? Let me see. Let me see his face. Is it Tom Baker? Who is that? Who the hell is that? Who is that? Who is that? That's not. No. You're not. You're not. Is that fucking Quicksilver from the X-Men series? Is that the I have my camera tripod and I want to whack it against something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is the you're the the frick? Is that the frickin'? Is that the? Is that the? Is that the frickin'? Was it? It was the frickin'. That was. That was. That was. That was quick. That was quick. And starting again now. And starting again now. Warning, I'm about to show you a visual clip of me visually having reacted to the end of this episode, and then I'm gonna go straight into the podcast, okay? Everything's great. Hey, Smidge. Smidgey, how you doing? Smidgey, turn over here. Yeah, I remember once when I was talking to my grandma over the phone. I was like very little, like not even 7 years old, I think. And I like went into a corner and I was like, just making sure you do like me. But there you are, Smidge. There you are. Yeah, Lion King.